Okay, this is Eagle Surf Ireland Crypto, and yeah, give me a subscribe. That'd be awesome. And I've hit 500 subscribers, so thank you very much for that. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. I'm halfway there to 1,000 subscribers, so that's nuts, and it's been such a short time. Okay, so what am I looking at today? I'm going to look at the market and what's happening. So I would think we could be in a bit of a bear flag here. And what's a bear flag? It's like a stepping stone down, okay, and a continuation pattern. And where are my levels of support underneath? So I'm just going to go to the weekly chart for a second, okay, and I'm going to bring up. So this is a nice clean chart, okay. I'm going to bring up my EMAs, okay, so we can see these here. These are our support levels if we do take another leg down. So there's very good support at 52,776 and 51,377. Okay, so if we do get another leg down, that's where I would expect big support to come in. That's just looking at the weekly chart. And why am I talking about Bitcoin? I'm talking about Bitcoin because of the fact that if this goes down, it's a great opportunity to be able to get in on the dip and buy. When you're terrified and when everybody's terrified and when the fear and greed index at the moment is a 21, I think today, if we see a drop here, this could be going down to 15, 16, maybe even 10 if we get down a bit around $50,000. Okay? They're the times I personally have made a lot of money and traditionally bought into the market on altcoins. And on Bitcoin, and you will see major gains once it turns around. This is not financial advice, but this is what I do, and these are the times you kind of relish and you kind of wait for. Okay, so a kind of strategy would be maybe even dollar cost average in, right now, which means if you have a certain amount or whatever to buy, you buy a certain amount now, a tiny bit, a third maybe, and watch it drop down. Or even if it bounces back up, you've still bought on the bottom on the dip. So that's the way you'd have a kind of a strategy. Okay, so these are the areas I would be expecting a big bounce here. Nice and clear, kind of 52,776. Okay, we haven't touched it yet. We came close, but we didn't break 53,000. Okay, that's your first level of defense. Next level of defense is the 51,377 area. Okay, around that area. I would expect a bounce. If we break that, we're looking at kind of 50,000 mark. But I do see we're very close, guys, to the bottom. Don't get me wrong. We're very close. And right now it's kind of doing its consolidation thing. I'm going to go back to the 30-minute. And this is kind of normal stuff, really, from Bitcoin. You can see here, 30-minute, consolidating, kind of doing its thing, staircase down. And that's what it kind of looks like to me. All right, so it's a bit clearer here right now. It's kind of ranging between the top 55,500, gonna put that in yellow, and kind of the bottom down around here at 53,555. So you're kind of stuck in a range. But when you see this range the way it is now, like that is generally speaking a bear flag, and that goes down like this, like a staircase, like I've said to you before. It'll come down here, could come down here and consolidate, and then break down to 51,000, and then maybe we'll get a double bottom and bounce. Okay, and that could go a bit lower, but this, it'll be kind of a long, drawn-out, painful kind of, process, and they'll do it to inflict maximum pain, because you think you're out of it, and then it's like, oh, we're down again. And then you think, oh, we're going to break up, and then it just forms another, oh, we're down again. And this is just to kind of flush out the exuberance in the market. It's to flush out all the over-leveraged longs, and then what'll happen when it gets to the bottom, there'll be a narrative, it's all over, we're done. We're finished. We're going down to 20k. And they're the narratives. When you see majority of people becoming bearish, that's when things turn around and the market pops and goes straight back up. Okay? So, right now I'm seeing on Twitter, there's a bearish sentiment. There's a lot of fear in the market, which is what is needed big time. Okay? And these are the times you traditionally pounce. Okay? Like all the whales are buying. You know, its retail are getting torn apart and, you know, selling their positions and being scared. And it's, you know, I suppose you have the narrative now as well of the whole new virus coming out and whatever. And yes, this is the same narrative that came out when it actually originally came out. And that's when Bitcoin dropped to $3,500, you know. And, you know, what I do and many, many millions of other people went in and scooped it all up cheap. Okay? That's how you make money. And this is a great opportunity that could be coming up here. When we do, I would think we would have another little leg down here, but we're very, very close to the bottom in my opinion. Okay? Right now it's just stuck in a range between $53,555 and $55,514. You know, I would like to see if we break an upwards trajectory, like if we move up out of this zone here right now. You know, I'm kind of wanting to see it's to break $56,000 and hold. Okay, so I'm going to put a line in here at 56,000, and I'd like to see it hold or even close a 4-hourly above there and hold it as support. Okay, so that'd be kind of me, it'd be for me confirming, okay, we might actually start moving here. And then I would see, you know, I'd be kind of expecting to see an acceleration upwards. But again, this could be, you know, again, a fake out. It could be this type of game being played. And I would probably want to see it move up to the 0.618, that direction to 57,152. And they're the areas, maybe even 58,800 or 131. They're the areas, the golden pocket, right around that zone. That'd be the zone where people will start be getting really, really bullish. And they'll be thinking, oh my God, yeah, we're away. But then what it'll do, it'll drop it. And it'll come up, hit here, okay? Get into the zone, and then it could dump and continue on its way down. So a lot of games being played right now at the moment. So that means we might have to actually go down a small bit further in order to kind of get out of where we are and actually inflict maximum pain. And that pain being, you know, you're sitting there right now at home and you're, oh, okay, it's okay, yeah, I'm all right. But when you actually are totally fearful, you're sweating and you're worried and you're kind of looking at the screen going, oh my God, you know, my investment is just halved. I've seen that thousands of times, you know, and your natural inclination is not to go buy. Do the opposite of what you think in your, you know, what you're thinking in your head, okay? That's what I do anyway. And by the way, that's not advice, but that's what I do. Okay. So this is where we're at right now with the market. Okay. You know, look, no panic. I'm expecting legs down. There's big supports down below. We're very close now. If you think about it, we're only $4,000 away from 50,000. That can happen in a day. Another thing I'll be watching for is the traditional markets. Okay. So why am I watching this? This is the S&P 500, and the reason I'm watching this is because, you know, when this is having a bad day, like Bitcoin goes down as well, and you can see the fear, the utter fear here. Okay, this is a daily chart, absolute fear, and this opens on Monday, and I'll be watching this. There is good support down around here at 4554, and we could even wick down there to that. All right. And it bounced actually at 4557, but we could go back to 4554 around that region, and I would expect support to come in there. But again, it depends on what is actually going to, you know, occur. The second the market opens, you'll have a great idea of the way the day will go for Bitcoin and the crypto markets, because this will pull it down. And again, that's all just fear. Okay, so that's where we're standing right now. I'm watching the S&P 500, okay, and the reason I'm watching that is correlated, you know, you'll see a major move on that, you see a major move on Bitcoin, okay, generally speaking. So if this continues on downwards, yes, I would expect Bitcoin to continue its leg downwards. Okay, so this is my other chart. Yes, we're inside this big, massive wedge still. We're holding support, all right, you can see this here. I do expect eventually, look, this should technically be breaking up and out. All right. That's my thought process on it. Could even maybe do something like this. But we do have it, you know, it is going to come in and get tighter down here. I'm just going to zoom in. And look, there's our little flag I'm talking about. So we could have another leg down here, which would probably coincide with the first weekly line of defense. And we could even get a bounce there and start moving back up. Okay. So, yep, just keep your eye on things. I'm not panicking by any means. Okay, so this is just remember the staircase. Do not panic. If we start dropping down, there are big supports down below, and we're very close to the bottom, in my opinion. All right, so there's your kind of flag. It's in a flag. It's looking, ready to do whatever it needs to do. It's a Sunday. It's holiday season. This could bounce back up, give us $1,000 candle. Oh, we're away, we're thinking, and this is just weekend manipulation. Bang, down we go the next day when the stock market opens, okay, on the Monday. So I'm keeping an eye on this, guys. Do not panic. And, relish in the opportunities ahead and the gains that will be made when things reverse and go back up. Okay, guys, so this is EagleSurf Ireland Crypto with a quick market update. Subscribe and like. Awesome.